So I've only been on Meerkat right now. So right now I'm bringing up Hangouts on here. Good. Everybody's hearing me on Meerkat except the one person. Which is good. So Town Square Marketing, it's you. It's not the Meerkat session. So as I said before, Duncan Jaffrey asked me on Google Plus how the setup experience was compared to the app-based systems, and it's harder and it's more complicated and confusing. The Meerkat and Periscope are just brain dead simple. You just when you're streaming and there's no setup really. So there's no comparison there. I have to do this once in a while because my camera doesn't focus correctly. Focuses on stuff in the background. So for those of you on Google Plus, how is the sound? Does it sound okay? Because I'm not using a mic. So according to Google Plus, I have 0 viewers on Google Plus for some reason, and I have 35 on Meerkat. That can't be right. Let me see if what happened on Google Plus here. Google Plus, I have 0 viewers on Google Plus. For some 2 viewers on Google Plus. So it looks like it just hit Google Plus. Google Plus is delayed. I think Google Plus is probably delayed a lot less than Meerkat is. Meerkat is typically delayed, 20, 30 seconds. Google Plus is typically delayed 5 seconds, I think, in my experience. I could be wrong about that, but that's my current belief. Got this thing resting on my keyboard. Kind of dumb. Oh, yeah, see, it's pressing buttons. Okay, so Kay Sinat says is currently in the Hangout. So great, thank you. And Duncan Jaffrey says that it's excellent for him, and I'm using the Q&A feature in Google Plus Hangouts, and it requires you to select a question so that it's like marked in the recording so that you can go back and see the questions and see the answers in basically in the video. So Raven Sherbert says that Meerkat has less delay and sounds way better. I'm going to see if there's any questions on my Google Plus and see the event. So we have 6 viewers on Google Plus and 37 on Meerkat. Yeah, see, this is the problem. That now I have 2 sets of questions. So on the post that showed up on Google Plus, I have 3 questions, and then there's the Q&A part, which I've already answered some questions. So now I have 2. Google simplified. So let me see. Chris Weber says that that he doesn't seem to get the link to join. The link to watch seems to be waiting for the show to start. Duncan Jaffrey says that the video quality is good. And Chris Weber says he guesses there isn't a way to join. No, this is I haven't opened it up to other people. It's just me blathering. I'm not going to have multiple people. The point is to simulate Meerkat or Periscope, where you have a single person talking. You can, of course, imagine having a conversation with different types of people, but that's not what I'm doing today. So you can't join the conversation. And No Rodriguez says that it sounds nice. It looks and sounds nice and clear, so that's nice. Mark John doesn't see the Q&A on Google, so this might be under events instead of on my profile, or there might be a link from my profile to the events. But basically there's an event page for the Hangout on Air, and also there is a post, regular post on Google Plus for the Hangout on Air. Again, more complexity than necessary, I think. Mark John Clifford says that it's working now. That's good to know. We have 6 viewers on Google Plus. We're on Hangouts on Air. And Kevin, my son, Kevin, found the questions. Good. Kevin had said on Meerkat that he was unable to find the questions. Now he says he found the questions. Kevin says to Mark John to click the squares button next to the question mark. And Chris Weber says that's what's cool about Hangouts. It's more than just a one-way conversation. Yeah, I mean, I think to be fair, Meerkat and Periscope are also more than a one-way conversation because people can comment and those comments appear on the video. In this case, I think it's a little bit confounded by the fact that it's more difficult to figure out how to comment. Whereas with Meerkat and Periscope, it couldn't possibly be more obvious or simple. There's nothing to do except just type your comments and on they go, and now you're participating in the conversation more than one way. Duncan Jaffrey says that Hangouts is a little more than the simple streaming app. I know a few outlets that actually use it as their scheduled broadcast system. Yeah, it's way more robust, probably, as we learned today from Madonna's failed attempt to debut her music video, Ghost Town, ironically titled, on Meerkat. It just failed completely. So thank you for that, Duncan Jaffrey. Mark John Clifford thanks Kevin. He says that advice did in fact work. And Chris Weber says that he found the Hangout on Air from my Google Plus profile. Google does a good job of filtering posts. I guess I see this because I follow every post you make. Well, thank you, Chris. Salvatore 402 on Meerkat says Meerkat is much better. The Todd Dow says that he's always found Hangouts really clunky, as with a lot of Google services. They need some polish. Kevin Elgin, my son Kevin Elgin, says that he uses Google Plus daily for work meetings. Wish that would just focus on its own. We have 10 viewers on Google Plus and 28 on Meerkat. My expectation is that based on past experiences, Google Plus numbers will grow and the Meerkat ones will shrink, and at some point Google Plus may have more than Meerkat, but I could be wrong about that. We'll see how that goes. I have 12 now on Google Plus Hangouts and 28 on Meerkat. Thomas McGrain said, Mike, during Twit's Segway adventure, you fell behind. I thought you became roadkill, buddy. LOL, I was afraid for you. Yeah, what happened was that a bunch of Twit folks last week, Leo rented a bunch of Segways for staff, for hosts and stuff like that. And we went on 2 days of Segway goofing around in San Francisco and also in Petaluma. And it was a lot of fun. And we had like a 1 hour break during our fun on Friday. And during that hour, I just couldn't get off the Segway. It was so much fun. I was just goofing around all over the place. So that when we went on we decided to film like video, like this long trip on the Segways. And of course I had been messing around with the Segways for an extra hour. So my battery died and the thing just went, and then I was left behind. So thank you for your concern, but I survived somehow. Let's says Google Hangouts for on air is not for mobile devices. That's my understanding. I believe that is true, that you can't really initiate one from a mobile device, but you can initiate one from a desktop device or a laptop or something like that, and then you can join it with your phone, and then you can use your phone. But then you'll have the two things going. It's kind of a workaround, clunky workaround. So Chris Weber says that with Hangouts, he's done a lot of multi-person podcasting. Hangouts' ability to focus the video on the person is pretty good. When tied with Hangouts on Air's ability to produce a video with the result makes it a great platform for that kind of thing. Yeah, it's great for that kind of thing. Definitely. All right. 13 viewers on Google Plus on Hangouts on Air, and 29 on Meerkat. The Meerkat extension of the Chrome Web Store has pop-up notifications in Chrome when you went live. Yep, Raven Sherbert, that is correct. It's annoying though, because when you turn it off, it comes back on by itself in a little while, like in an hour. Clippers and Crows says that he or she is watching it on a Galaxy Note 2014 on Google Plus. It launched in Chrome. Mets Jets tweet says, are you singing Meerkat Swan Song like everyone else? No, I'm not. I have no idea what's going to succeed. James Heatman 123 says hello on Meerkat. Duncan Jaffrey says Hangouts on Air can be viewed via mobile, but comments and voting are disabled. And Duncan Jaffrey also says, I think as a peer group ephemeral streaming system, Google Plus couldn't compete with the likes of Periscope and Meerkat. However, as Chris indicated, you can actually host complicated multi-site netcasts using Hangouts on Air as the platform. Chris Weber says, it's great to be part of this. Thanks for reading these. Well, thank you, Chris. And of course, you can do dumb things on Google Plus. For example, you can do special effects and all kinds of goofy stuff. You can add apps to it. It's a platform, basically. Grant Galinas Brown says, as a Google Plus guru, what advice do you have for others who end up with unsavory posts in our Android stream? Is the right thing to do to simply report as spam and block the user? Will Google algorithms learn from this? That's been a source of frustration on my part. If you look at the notification stream, it's filled with stuff that just is head-slappingly dumb. And Google's been at this for almost 4 years now. So it's really, and their specialty is supposed to be to have great algorithms. And it's just confusing as hell. I get stuff in other languages that are completely irrelevant. I don't know why they think I could possibly want to see this stuff. It's really bizarre. I don't understand it at all. And, 4 years they haven't learned from it, so I have no optimism that Google's going to learn from this. It's just, you can't use notifications because it's just a big waste of time. It's unbelievable. They also fail in figuring out what's spam and what's not. I always have perfectly good comments from perfectly good people that I want to hear their comments thrown in the spam folder. I have to go in individually and take and rescue things from the spam folder. I don't understand why they do that. It's just a huge waste of time. Duncan Jaffrey says that Hangouts Toolbox has some great tools, including a lower third generator. Yeah, true that. Chris Weber says that he thinks that Google should definitely do a Meerkat application. They have the technology. Yes, they do. They need to the right application to simplify hosting and the sharing of videos. I agree. JD Rizzo asks which Apple Watch I'm getting. I don't know yet. I'm still keeping an open mind on that. James Heatman on Meerkat says hi. And Mark John says on Meerkat, do you like Meerkat better than Periscope? I'm on the fence. I like them both. I like the, Meerkat. Periscope seems more solid. Meerkat has been taken over by scantily clad women who basically just flirt and tease for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and of course they soar to the top of the leaderboard. Periscope is taken over by people who speak all kinds of different languages. It's kind of cool. It's kind of Google Plus-like. No Rodriguez says, rumor has it Google's working on a Gmeet telemeeting platform. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Yes, Sinkona on Meerkat asks if you can block trolls on Meerkat. The answer is yes, you block them on Twitter. That's how you block trolls on Meerkat. JD Rizzo asks if I'll pre-order the Apple Watch or try it on, then order. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get an Apple Watch, but I haven't really thought about it much more than that. So I guess in 3 days we're going to get to try it on, and I guess the 20, whatever it is, 24th or whatever it is this month, we'll get to actually get them. Should be cool. Chris Weber says to No Rodriguez that exists and he has it installed. Kay Sinnott on Google Plus on Hangouts says streaming the Hangouts to my TV via Chromecast equals working great. Joseph Levandry says, I don't seem to get as much junk in my G Plus feed, but still some. I find the YouTube what to watch algorithm to be really bad. It seems very much based on that last few videos you watch and not your longer term history. And Duncan Jaffrey says Google's problem is always in execution and rapid iteration. I'm not sure they were agile enough to be a Paracat, perhaps a Meerscope competitor. And Chris Weber says, since this is an AMA, and then colon, and then that's it. I imagine there's a question coming. 16 people on Hangouts on air, 20 on Meerkat. So either, as predicted, they are heading toward each other. Kevin, my son Kevin says, are you going to sign up for HBO Now? No, I don't think I will. Dragon Soul Z is going to try the Apple Watch as well, but will most likely wait for the second generation before buying one. That's probably wise. And Chris Weber says, since this is an AMA, are you going to Google I/O? If so, I might be able to meet you there. Yes, I am going to Google I/O, and we should try to get together. That's from Chris Weber. I force it to focus. It's weird. I wonder if I... Grant Galinas or Galinas Brown asks, do you think Apple pushing an online-only order system for the Apple Watch will hurt sales via the loss of impulse buying? I mean, they're going to have it in stores, and you'll be able to order it in the stores as far as I know. I'm not sure that's true. No Rodriguez says that HBO Now costs the same as being on cable. No, the lens is clean. It's just that it doesn't know whether to focus on the background or the foreground, or whether to focus on this or focus on me. I'm out of focus. kind of if you do this, you tend to shock it into submission, and then it comes back and tries harder to focus. Kevin says it's going to be in limited quantities in stores. So it sounds like if, you know, a lot of people may need to order online or they're not going to get one. Chris Weber asks, what features would you like to see the G+ team focus on, given a limited number of developers to work on existing or new features? I would like to see them fix their notifications algorithm. I'd like to see them fix their spam filtering and give you the option to turn off spam filtering, because I have no use for it at all. I want to go through everything. If somebody's putting spam in comments in my post, I want to block that person. And if they're not doing spam, I don't want them to be put in the spam folder so that I have to go in and waste my time undoing it. I also, Google Plus is extremely slow for me, extremely slow. Literally 30 seconds of waiting when I click on plus.google.com. I have to sit there and wait 30 seconds before it loads. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know why that is, but I'm not sure that anybody else has that problem, but Google Plus in Chrome is monstrously slow for me. And I would love to see them fix the performance, because Facebook is like that, and Twitter is really fast, and Google Plus is just this like slow thing. Is that the case for anybody else? Does anybody else experience extreme slowness on Google Plus? Yes, I'm a fan of beer. I like IPAs. I like saisons. I like all kinds of different types of beer. Thomas McGrain says, Mike, JS seems to really enjoy Meerkat. I don't know who JS is. I have a Logitech webcam. Yeah, Chrome is slow, but I mean, Facebook in Chrome is 100 times faster than Google Plus. Twitter in Chrome is 100 times faster than Google Plus in Chrome. It's just Google Plus is really slow. $12 viewers on Google Plus, where I have 4 million followers, and 24 people on Meerkat, where I have 10,000 followers. Duncan Jaffrey says that it's fast for him on mobile. Yeah, I think it's fine on mobile in my case. Grant Galinas or Jelinas Brown says, you've done a great job rebooting TNT with the new format since you've started. You have other things you'd like to integrate into the show. Yeah, we're always trying to, thank you for that, by the way, and we're always trying to evolve and experiment and improve the show. So any feedback on any of that is very welcome. Thank you so much. No Rodriguez, Mike, is your wife Salvadoran? I've seen a few pupusa posts. Yes, and she also makes Salvadoran quesadilla. She was born in El Salvador and lived there as a young girl, moved to the United States when she was a young teenager. So she is mostly American, but she has roots and family in El Salvador. Chris Weber says that I don't really notice slowness. It's pretty fast for me. I'm usually using Chrome Canary, though. I actually like to refresh and get results in a second or two. Yeah, second or two, I wish, in that case. Chris Weber says Google Plus is using a ton of JavaScript, and if you watch the requests that are occurring, you see a lot of requests occur after the primary rendering of the page. Yeah, I mean, I have a really expensive laptop. I mean, I have a MacBook Pro with Retina, and it shouldn't be crushed by opening a Google Plus page, in my opinion. J.D. Rizzo says, how long does it take you on Meerkat says, how long does it take you to prep TNT? It takes me 6 hours. Kevin Elgin says it has to be an HTML5 kind of thing. Remember that Facebook went through the same thing previously. Bubbly Beer, Mike, I really enjoy your work. Thanks. Back to Kevin. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be only happening to me. I don't see other people experiencing the kind of extreme slowness that I experience at Google+. Okay, I got to take this, folks. And I will talk to you later. I'm going to stop this broadcast.